What it do? What it do? What it do? We live, man. We live with no advertisement, no nothing. You know, we on station, we on site, we on scene. We know what I'm saying, Montego Bay, to be exact, and we still gonna bring y'all, that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That good Tuesdays. My favorite days. Our favorite day. What up, Stone? What it do?
What it do, bro? How you doing?
Man, chilling, man. I'm glad I get to sit down a little bit, do this with y'all when I'm out here, man. I just been like, I ain't complaining, but this was, I was like, man, what time I'm gonna stream? You know what I'm saying? I was like, we gonna go on the water, the beach, and all that. But what time we gonna sit down to stream? I gotta figure out the spot to do it at, where's the quietest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All that
yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
we got
How,
together, my
how's
baby.
how's the weather out there?
Man, hot, hot. Shit. It's like right now we at 6:42. It's about 80 degrees, and the humidity like at 70 or something like that. 70,
Mm,
75. Yeah, it
okay,
don't it
I
don't
feel
get
you.
cold. Yeah. But shit, they say it's like this all year round on this motherfucker. But and it start raining sometimes. But I don't. I guess they just used to it, bro. It's a hard. It's a hard way to be year round, bro.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. But shoot, man, what we got cracking, man? JD, what's happening though? What's
Peace,
happening?
peace. What's happening? What's happening?
My God. Hey, so we gonna talk about we gonna do Freestyle Tuesday because we it's I'm gonna take the hit. I wasn't prepared, you know what I'm saying, but I still want to get on, you know what I'm saying, with the good people, you know what I mean.
Dedication.
So yeah. So one thing I did see and I did point out to, or JD pointed out to me, and I found some more on it. Was what else was that? What else is that? Hey.
What it do?
What I did find is Shuedur Sanders. Shuedur Sanders had that cool breakout game. It was just preseason, but for my watchers, for people that don't know who Shuedur Sanders is, this will kind of connect to people that don't know football either because he's Deion Sanders' son. Everybody knows who Deion Sanders is some way or the other because he's the head coach of the Colorado Bluffs right now. So his son is in the league. They kind of blackballed him on the draft, whatever. He gets on the team. He's not supposed to be doing that well, or he's not supposed to be that good, or whatever it is. Comes in, kind of does pretty decent. Does very better than I would say the other quarterbacks on the team, but yet the power standards came out, and they got still have him ranked as the number 4 QB. And keep in mind, I think Cleveland has 5 QBs right now.
Sheesh.
Mhm.
I mean, is it a continuous JD? Do you think it's a continuous projection of that I won't say the word in the first 5 minutes, but that dismissing, or do you think it's just really where he's at on the squad? Is he really just the fourth quarterback as of right now? You know what I mean?
Man, I thought we can cuss him for the first 5 minutes now. Nah, fuck with you.
I mean,
Nah,
I
but
don't
I'm
know.
yeah, I
You
know
just
me
did
and
though,
Mike can
but
see. I mean, my bad, my
hey, hey, it's all for the content.
hey, shout out to the content though, man.
Shout out to the
I
content.
think,
Oh shit.
man, I think, yeah, shout out to Shuedur, man. I think you broke that down kind of cool for people who not too much up on Shuedur Sanders, who he is, his background and stuff like that, giving a little insight, man. I think he did pretty well this past preseason game, just getting out there and then even what he be talking about, like he seems like a very poised kid. You know what I'm saying? Because he's
Hmm.
still a young cat, man. But he seems like a very poised kid, man. And he seems like he's gonna wake up he's gonna wake the NFL up. But what it does look like they're trying their best to, I guess you could say, quote unquote, humble him or something like that. But man, that man ain't. I don't see that happening. I don't really see that happening, man. I
Yo,
kind
see
of
him
want to
going for the
mix.
fourth spot.
Yeah, I don't really want to mix. I see Stone picking him up in fantasy, but outside of that, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure, man. I think he got some promise though. Stone, what you think? Oh, my bad. Go ahead,
Well,
KB. What you
well,
think?
Mike. No, go
Uh,
ahead. It's on Stone. It's on Stone.
no, I think I think a lot of people got behind the hype just because the NFL they played him in the draft, so everybody just was waiting for him to do something. I don't feel like he did great in this preseason game. If I'm keeping it a buck, I feel like he did all right. I don't think it was a spectacular performance.
I agree.
I think he did cool. On what second or third drive, he got a touchdown. I mean, yeah, okay. That's what's up. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him because he proven some people wrong. But I'm a real football fan, bro. He's got. I don't feel like he might be number four in the. I think he's number four, and you said on the depth chart. But
Hmm.
you got Joe
Allegedly.
Flacco. You got Joe Flacco there. Don't get me wrong. He's old. He's older, bro. But he's also a veteran and a Super Bowl MVP quarterback. You know what I mean? Then you got Kenny Pickett.
I will soon, great legend. Oh, go ahead. I'm listening.
Then you got Kenny Pickett, who is also a veteran, who's a solid. I'm not gonna say solid, but he's an all right NFL quarterback. I could see those two being ahead of him on the depth chart just because of their experience. I just feel like Shador got a lot to prove. He can definitely be the future of that franchise. If they decide to keep him or not, he might get traded. Who knows? But a lot of the shit surrounding him is because of his dad. I feel like the hate for his dad, and he was kind of flashy. It was a lot of publicity around him. So I feel like the NFL tried to humble him. And then I found out, he had a part of his deal, his rookie deal. He's got something like similar to an NIL deal, where where
Hmm.
uh where he get a percentage of all the sales for his jerseys. So they worked it out in
Okay.
his contract, and
That's
that they
smart.
a lot of people are saying that that's part of the reason he didn't go so soon, because the NFL was trying to like show him like, bro, humble yourself, you know what I mean? But like now
Right.
he gets
Oh, okay.
now he gets a percentage because his agent worked it out to where he gets a percentage of all like his likeliness. So anything that's got his name on it, or anything in the NFL that they sell with his name on it, he gets a percentage of that. And I just look it up like right now, and it blew up, bro. He got over 250 million in jersey sales, and of that 250 million, and he sees like 14 million dollars. So like the dude's winning. You feel me? And I kind of feel like
Hmm.
he came in winning, and they didn't like that. They tried to like slap him on the hand and like humble yourself, but he bet on himself, and it paid off. I definitely feel like he's here to stay though. Long story short, he's here to
Oh
stay.
yeah.
It might not be
Yeah.
this year, it might not be this year, but he's definitely gonna make a name for himself in the NFL. We'll see what happens though.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's a. I didn't know about that Stone because that's a good move
That's
because
smart.
the fact that he has 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 gotten a piece of his jersey sales or anything. His Nike T-shirt went up on Nike and sold out in like 3 hours, both colors. So yeah, he marketed himself pretty good. I said on that angle, that's pretty good. Like the whole watch thing and all that stuff like he doing, and everybody kind of just getting on board with it. They gonna keep flowing to that, like the John Morant sneaker. They pull his sneakers. Then they said, oh well, the NBA looking at it, they gonna let them back in, so they put them joints back on for sale. Them motherfuckers went, and they look like two Kool-Aid slippers or something like that. So, but they still went.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's called the prime equity clause, and it allows him
Mm,
to benefit. It allows him to benefit from the value he brings beyond just playing football, including merchandise and media appearances. So
Oh yeah.
hmm
he's a hustler, bro. He's like, all right, y'all want to draft me late? Y'all ain't gonna give me no big, first round paycheck. That's fine. I'm still gonna get the money. I'm still gonna get the same kind of money that those first round players was getting. So
and if
aha,
not even
you know,
more.
aha, that's what you get.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's dope. It's
Yeah,
dope. I feel like the black culture. We supporting our people. You know what I mean? We getting behind them and hoping for the best. So I think it'll
yeah, and
it'll
I,
pay off.
I think that's the biggest thing, bro. I think we just behind them. So we want to see them, like you said, you want to see them do good. But I agree on your take with no hate. It wasn't that outstanding. If another, let's say another
Yeah,
rookie, not in
yeah,
his name, like
exactly,
not his likeliness, a
exactly.
quarterback
You
that
are.
did that, they might have been a bigger deal on the stage of he's fucking. Oh, this dude, where this dude come from? That type of thing. But they're looking at him like we know he could do this. We just didn't want him to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
just
know.
seemed
It's
like
a weird thing.
yeah, the way it sounded like people made it seem like he went off and he went off, from the first he got in the first huddle, he drove the ball down the field, scored a touchdown, he was scrambling.
Hmm.
I feel like he had an okay game, man. It was a solid game. for somebody, I guess for somebody you drafted in what the fourth or fifth round, yeah, he had a good game. He's a
Right,
fifth round quarterback.
Mhm.
If that's
right.
the expectations y'all holding him to, but we
Eh,
all know he was supposed to be drafted in the first round. So
mhm.
did he perform like a first rounder? He performed all right, man. I'll give him a good 77%. He did all right.
Yeah, yeah. Here's another thing too, though. Are we? Let's talk politics. Are we really expecting him to be cut from the team,
It's
or
a
are they really?
possibility.
Are they expecting him to have 4 quarterback? I think they
I,
hold.
I
They at the minimum they want to hold him.
I think they wanted to cut him because they were trying to see how the fans were going to take to him and this and that. Because you still got some fans that are haters, and you still got some of the you've seen how he approached one of the announcers or one of the reporters or whatever. And was like, hey, bro, you don't never say anything nice about me. You still got people who
Right.
are against him, but I feel like the
Hmm.
franchise is realizing how much money he's bringing to the franchise as well. They said
Hmm.
the preseason tickets to that game was like $25. And then when they found out that Shuedur was starting, when they found out that Shuedur was starting, it tripled. It ended up being $100 for preseason tickets. So it's like they realized what his name itself is bringing to the franchise. I mean, if you smart and you about your business, then I feel like they're gonna keep him around, bro.
Mm. That's what I'm thinking too, man. And I'm also thinking at the minimum they could use him for a trade piece or at the most when one of them bums Pickett or Flacco or whatever, they're gonna put Gabriel in for anybody. So if one of them bums fails, you know what I'm saying, then it's gonna fall on him. And is he gonna be a bum? is he go or is he gonna come through? I'll tell you one thing though. No, shout out to the double R. He ain't in the right division, the AFC North. I know that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Yeah, it's a different ball game over there. I mean, he gonna have to see us 2 times a year. So regardless, I'm not really worried about the Browns right now in my division. I feel like the Steelers and the Bengals are gonna be pretty solid. Steelers got a few upgrades. The Bengals have always been good. They got Joe Burrow and they got fucking Jamar Chase, AJ Green. Um,
Higgins.
Solid running backs over there. So they're gonna make some noise too. But if I'm keeping it a buck and I'm trying to be unbiased, just as a football fan, bro, I feel
Because I'm
like
about to come with the
this
question. I was about to come with the
this
question.
this should be Baltimore's year. I feel like I'm just keeping the buck. If we don't do it this year, then we're gonna miss our window. So I feel like we're gonna leave it all on the field.
All right, brother. So we being serious. We're not trolling. We're not joking. We talking real football. I got a real serious question for the Raven fan right here. So, with you saying this is our year, is it like Super Bowl or bust? Or are we talking about the division?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask you about the
Nah.
division.
Super Bowl or bust for us this year, bro. I feel like if we don't do it this year, we gonna miss our window. This is the window. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't no excuses. I mean, we're recording this right now. I'm gonna say it now. And if the Ravens don't at least make it to the Super Bowl, we probably won't for the next I don't know how many years because like this is our window, man. We got a solid defense. I feel like on paper. And I say that bearing no injuries, no significant injuries or long term injuries, because you know that injury bug gets everybody. So if we could stay healthy going into the playoffs, I feel like this is
Right.
our year. I feel like we're gonna be the most hungriest team in the AFC just because we got close too many times, and then we shoot ourselves in the foot. Like right now, it's gonna come down to it's do or die. I just feel like them boys are hungry. They hungry.
Okay. 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 So, let me another question is your tight end, your All Pro tight end, is he back? Mark
Mark,
Andrews.
yeah, he back. He back. He was back last year. I mean, that's part of the reason I'm not gonna blame the loss on him, but he dropped that ball when
Yes.
he dropped
So
that
that
ball in the end zone. Man, I feel like a lot of people, they turned their back on him. But I've been a big Mark Andrews. That is JD. That is somebody I'll draft. Mark Andrews as a tight end. But I feel like a lot of people turn their back on him, man. And it really you can't put that all on him, man. He's
What
been
about
solid for
likely?
many years. Likely's a monster too, bro. Likely's a
See,
monster. I feel like Likely's more athletic, but Mark Andrews is just they call him Andrews, bro. He a big dog.
mm,
I feel like Likely can low key play the slot as well, man. Versus tight end. You can have them both on the field at the same time though.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
like
mean,
y'all
I
running
mean,
back Henry though, man. That's somebody I definitely would draft for sure too. Henry a
Yeah,
beast,
yeah.
man. Look like he been doing some hell of training
Henry,
over
I
there.
went to
You
the
know what I'm saying?
champion. I went to the championship in my fantasy league last year, and I had Henry, bruh. I didn't
which
win,
is
but
crazy.
he definitely got me
Which is
there.
Hey, his numbers was
it's just
crazy
crazy to
last
me.
year.
It's crazy to me how Henry is in one of these lists. He wasn't in the top 10 in fantasy, and not only fantasy running backs, bro. It's a lot of motherfuckers out there available with that could generate points according
He,
to the
he,
experts.
he's in the top 10. He's in the top 10 right now, being drafted. Top 10 running backs at least.
Yeah, he should be
Okay.
this year.
He's in the
Oh, and
top
Suzette,
10.
I think they just to address Suzette's. Oh, my bad. I got the just her comment just real quick, and we can move on. I think if you're talking about the Ravens, I think they had this already for a few years. I think it's just some mishaps, some minor missteps
Yeah.
here and
Well,
there.
see, look. So the last 2 years, our defense in the beginning part of the season, we were ranked in the bottom tier. We was ranked like 26, and then and then last year, I feel like in the beginning part of the year, we were ranked like 29, and then we turned it on. Heading into the playoffs, and we were ranked inside the top five. But then it's like it took us a long time to get it going. Now I already feel like, hey, we're ready. It's going. Let's just keep it going. Let's stay healthy. Let's stay hungry. I don't think we're gonna have no, I'm gonna be realistic. I don't think we're gonna have no like undefeated season. I could see us losing realistically a good six
Well, no,
games.
not undefeated.
I could see us using a good solid 6 games, maybe even 7, and still making it into the playoffs. I just feel like once we get to the playoffs, we're gonna turn it on. Like I feel like they know. John Harbaugh knows this might even be his last year. If he don't, it's a Super Bowl or bust. It's like you got a lot of weapons, you got veteran presence, you got probably probably the best quarterback in the NFL right now. You don't have any excuses. So either make it happen or we got to see you later,
Not,
brother.
yeah, 99 on Madden.
Yeah.
I'm tripping off of the powers to be in the AFC, who's the usual who's who. You know what's funny? I like to put the Bills in the who's who, but
Hmm.
what have they done? Where have they really been, and what have they done?
They
I don't
been
see it. But
solid. They just been good. They just got a solid team, and they also got one
On
of
gas
the, well,
quarterback.
probably the second or third best quarterback in the NFL as well, and Josh Allen. He's a monster, bro. I don't even want to be a hater. I don't like him, but he's dope. I
oh
can't
yeah,
take that
he's
from him. He makes shit
a
happen
beast.
with what he got. He makes shit
Didn't he
happen
get
with what he got,
MVP?
and he run. Yeah, he got MVP. He shouldn't have got it. Lamar should have got it, but he got it.
Yeah. They can't get a brother MVP 2, 3 times. Then they go look at him like Aaron Gordon or whatever his name is, Aaron Rodgers. Hey,
They
look.
don't want to do that.
So yeah, they don't want to do that. They don't want to admit all that. So with all that being said, so I agree with Josh Allen. I like to head on the Bills sometimes, but however, I think they window closed when they really could have. They pretty much with the rule change could have beaten the Chiefs. Could have beaten the Chiefs in overtime. I want to say because their game. I think the AFC Finals, that last game that they changed that overtime rule where one team starts and each team has to score or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just you score a touchdown, it's over. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You got a chance to answer that. The year before, they couldn't do it. Remember? They got kicked out, or they got booted, and they changed the rule that following year. So after that, Buffalo's really best shot was this year. So was y'all. I
Hmm.
mean, right now, we don't know how it's gonna shape up next season, or this coming season, but as that was the best, that was some good looks last year that I feel like y'all could have got in.
Hmm.
No, yeah, man. We're gonna, you know what? It is what it is. I don't even like thinking about it just because that game was so close. And I mean, Lamar
Real
made a
talk.
mistake early. Lamar made a mistake early on. He fumbled the ball. I think he also threw an interception. I'm not sure, but I mean, he made up for it. He ended up having a solid game. But we shot ourselves in the foot and put ourselves in a predicament where we were relying on the last play on the last second, and it shouldn't have came down to that, bro. We were the better team. We had a better team on offense and defense, and they just took it.
This
But any given Sunday, they got that one.
mm, Business
Wait,
like
hey,
Flowers probably hurt too.
what? Wait, Stone, who's in AFC? You in AFC North or South? I mean, or East?
We're in the North.
So y'all got who y'all got
Hmm.
up there?
We got
They got
the
the
Steelers.
dogs.
Bengals, and the Browns, and us.
Hey, yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. I think a healthy ass Joe Burrow, nigga, I think that's gonna be what's gonna
Smoking
be
Joe.
determining this season, man. Something
Yeah,
to look at, man.
100%. That's somebody we got to look at. I feel like we're gonna be fighting them and the Steelers. Like we can't count the Steelers out because the Steelers do enough to their defense is solid as shit. They do enough to
Depending on
stay
what
in
Rodgers
games.
do, though.
Mike Tomlin is a hell of a coach. He keeps all the games close, and then he strikes in the fourth quarter to take over. And then you got the
Hmm.
Bengals. Their offense is fucking crazy. I mean, nobody in the league can guard Jamar Chase. Period. Nobody. So. They
Facts.
they literally Jamar Chase literally put up 200 receiving yards each time he played us last year.
That's crazy.
That's tough when that's all you're doing though on there, man. It's hard to. Of course you're gonna do that. That's your main objective. But he is getting there. But
Two
damn,
hundred
I mean,
yards, bro. 200 yards, and we got DBs who are supposed to be elite. You put up 200 on these dudes with
I
ease,
mean,
but they still lost. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong, they
they
still
still
lost.
lost. But that was I remember that game, bro. When he scored, y'all
That
pretty
shit was
much had
crazy.
him. And then in like I don't want to correct me if I'm wrong if you remember, but in the third quarter, my man said, "Oh no, nah, fuck this," and he just launched for like I think it was like a 70, 60 yarder, and then all of a sudden they was back in the game and shit like that quick. You know what I mean? Like it's
Easy
almost
work.
like he just turned it on and off and shit. But yeah,
Easy
man,
work.
they would have been dumb to let him go. Because he was about to sit out. I don't know if he was bluffing or not.
But shit, let me ask y'all since I got y'all on here, and
Mm-hmm.
while we still on sports for a minute. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I got both of y'all in my fantasy league now. Ashton Genty, he's going in a lot of leagues. He's going in the first round in fantasy football. Man, do you feel like he's worth a first round pick in fantasy football? He's unproven. He's a rookie. Do you feel like he's worth some taking early in fantasy football?
I have a bias and non-biased answer, and they're all the same. But I'll let you go, JD, first.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. I think that's a hell of a risk, but it could be a hell of a
Hell of a risk.
reward. You know
Hell
what
of a
I'm
risk.
saying?
Hell of a reward. Yeah.
Because like so, I mean, he can have one of them. What's Buddy from uh 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 the 49ers running back over
uh,
there?
uh,
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey,
What's his name?
McCaffrey,
Yeah, McCaffrey. He can have like
three MC
yard
or
history,
whatever his
like
name.
be a cold season over there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, so it depends. I mean, it depends, man. I'll say he is possible. Not no hell no. First, like you talking about the very first pick?
No, not the
No,
first
first
pick,
round, first
but in
round.
the first
Oh, first
round.
round. Oh, first
He's
round.
falling to like pick between 8 and 10, between picks 8 and 10,
Oh,
and
between
and
eight
then
and
10.
10. Oh,
Yeah,
it's possible.
it's kind of
You know,
sketchy, man. It's kind of nerve
yeah,
wracking, man. I
it's
feel like if I had the
something to
10th
look
pick,
into for sure.
if it was a 12-person league, if I had the 12th pick and he failed, then maybe I'll take him. But like even then, I'm me personally, I don't like taking rookies early. I don't
Mm.
like taking rookies in the first round, but that's just me, just some insight.
Yeah.
I just to your defense, Bo. I can't remember a year a rookie was this. I'm not. No, I'll take it back. Excuse me. I'm not rookie that's this toted, but usually rookies that's supposed to be that dude in the first year. That's usually gonna happen some way or the other. They're gonna get you some point. However, my bias and non-biased answer to the question, I think he is worth the first round pick. I say because I have an inside looking at the training camps, the OTAs, the interviews and shit like that. I tap into that when I can. Shout out to my dog. Tell my dude P Dog, Big Randy, man. This motherfucker, I swear this motherfucker's in the locker room. He got all the updates, he got all the injuries. I'm trying to get like him. But anyway, watching all this stuff, this dude, he first of all, he loves being a Raider. He wants to be a Raider. I'll shout out to us, death row. But there's not a lot of people want to come to that organization in the shambles it was, with all these people coming and going, getting fired. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So you a young man, got millions ahead of you. You want to have your stuff right. So he comes on. He wants to be a Raider. He like a kid in the candy store. He really a square, a geek walking around. Crosby is his backup. Know what I'm saying? He got him. Chip Kelly. got them boys in a whole new offense, man. Whole new offense. He utilizing everybody. He putting people in places. Pete Carroll out there, bro. He about to. If he first of all, they're not gonna abuse him. They're not going. We got Mozart. We're gonna have to get another running back, but they're not gonna abuse him. He's gonna
That's
get
part
some
of
of
the
them
reason. Yeah.
some bubble tosses, some little sweeps. You know what I'm saying? They already got him out that. You know how he stands up straight. They already got him
Yeah.
out of that shit. Chip said,
Unfortunately, I feel like I seen that. I seen you posted it today about him. Hey,
"Yeah,
tell
yeah,
him, it's a
mm-hmm.
vanity game. But like, hey, man, if it's worked for him this far, let him play his game.
That's right, Suzette
Like I said,
Raiders.
I
I
agree
know I
with you.
love Suzette, man.
I think he's
Shots
gonna
out.
have a solid year, man. I just don't know
Mm-hmm.
as far as fantasy football wise. I don't know if he's worth an early round pick. Uh, if I could get him in the second round, I'll definitely get him. But in the first round, I'm gonna try to stay away. Not because I don't believe in him, but like I said, I'm a realistic fan. Uh, I like the Raiders. Y'all know how I feel about the Raiders. They
Mm-hmm.
solid, double R game. Uh,
The Lord.
but I'm also realistic, man. Y'all division is tough.
That's a fact.
I don't feel like the Raiders is the best team in that division. I do feel like the Chargers have one of the best defenses in that division. Not to mention the Broncos have a good defense. So I feel like y'all gonna be playing against y'all got to play each of those teams twice: the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos twice. And all those teams got solid defenses. So I just kind of feel like for me having that player on my team,
Oh
wanting
shit,
him to
what happened?
produce when he's playing against potentially some of the best defenses in the NFL twice in a season. I'm gonna try to stay away if I can. Like I said, unless he fell to me. Um, I definitely think
Yeah, y'all want to mute? Oh, man, sure.
I definitely think that he's gonna have a solid year. I just don't think it's gonna be worth a first round pick kind of solid year. So I'm just
Yeah.
staying away for that matter. But other than that, man,
Yo,
I hope both our squads make some noise, man. I do like Pete Carroll. I've been a Pete Carroll fan for a long time, except for when he put that bullshit with Marshawn, not giving Marshawn Lynch the ball in the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
I don't think he's ever gonna be able to live that down, just like Cam Newton can't live down not jumping on the fumble. But other than that, Pete Carroll's a solid coach. You got who else over there? Andy Reid's a solid coach, Super Bowl winning coach. I'm excited to get it under the way. I'm excited that y'all in the fantasy league too, man. I'm gonna have to tap that
fuck,
ass.
man.
Pause. Yo, Diddy.
Yeah, man.
Hold on.
Yeah, shout out to the league, man. I'm looking forward to these writers making some noise for sure, for sure.
For
heavy division play, man. But silver and black all day.
for sure. But shit, Doc, what else we talking about? I know we was talking about some. You still there with Doc go? I know he was saying something about interracial relationships. Jay
Okay,
Dizzle,
okay, okay.
interracial relationship. I don't know if that just means like black man with a white woman, or a white woman or a black woman with a white man. Like what that mean, or does it include like
Hello.
Hispanics? Does it include other races? What up? What up? We still here? Um, but I was just trying to see, bro, what's everybody's take on that, man? Are you against it? Are you for it? Do you like to see it? Do you not like to see it? Is it frowned upon
Yo,
to you? Does it matter?
Right,
What up? What up?
right. Yeah, nah, I'm with you. It's interesting on how people define it. You
oh
know what I'm
bad, y'all. I
saying?
can't hear nothing. Hold on. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yeah, I
bro.
get you.
Oh, sure. All right. Wait up.
No problem, no problem.
No, but yeah, it's defined differently from different people. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what's your take on it, bro. How you feel about it? Um,
Yeah.
are you okay with it? Or
Well,
do you see? Are you like Dr. Umar, like no snow bunnies? Are you with it? Are you not with it? Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about it,
yeah,
and why? And why are you against
yeah,
it? Are
yeah,
you for
yeah.
it, or what?
Yeah. Nah, I'm with you, bro. I gotta lay it out like this though, right? Because I got family members who marry interracial and friends who
Uh
have.
huh.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Hold on,
and that's
y'all.
Yeah, I'm
Get
listening.
3 seconds.
I'm listening. JD, go ahead. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My bad. I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good. Go, JD was
Yeah,
telling
Okay.
me
Stone
Cool.
was
about interracial.
posing a
We talking
question, but you can
interracial.
repose it though.
We talking
Oh, my bad. My
interracial
bad.
relation.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. Oh, yes. Yes. Let's talk about it, man.
Go ahead, JD. I was asking JD how he feel about it. Is he against it? Is he for it? Is it a problem? Could you see yourself being in one? Let me tell how you feel about it.
Yeah, so I gotta lay it out like this, right? Because like I said, I got family and friends like that's in interracial, relationships and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, I'm not a big fan of them,
Hmm.
and I don't really see myself ever being a part of one. And I'm not necessarily against them, but I'm not really, I'm not really for them like that, to be honest with you. But it's not like no heavy. Oh, if you go out and go marry someone of another race, we can't be friends no more. It's not like that deep where I'm cutting people off just because they marry interracially or something like that. It's just never really been something that attracted to me. But now, if you saying like, but then you was also it was another layer to it. Like, what are you defining interracial?
Hmm.
My definition is basically white.
Okay, yeah,
That's it.
jungle fever, just
So
white and black.
yeah, that's mine. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Uh-huh.
if you're talking about like let's say South American or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like things like that. Like now, I'm more inclined to possibly explore that a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But that. But my take is black and white basically. So we
So
can
is that
dive in more on it. Go ahead.
so is that me? I don't mean to cut you off, big dog. Does that mean that you wouldn't entertain if a white woman approached you? Would you not give her the time of day? Would you not entertain it? Uh
See,
would you not see that through? Does she have a
right,
chance or no?
right. Now, and see, this is where our brother is really powerful at. Our brother, Dr. Umar Johnson, he says Black Queens
Whoa,
forever,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Brown
whoa, whoa,
Beauties
whoa.
never. Right. So shout out to
Uh-huh.
our brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. No, no, but
Shout out.
listen,
Shout
no.
out.
Would I entertain it on the real, on the serious tip? Off top, no, probably not. I highly doubt it. Like nothing like on some business, but like you talking about a real relationship? Nah, no, no,
Yeah,
sir.
like a
I just
one. I'm
wouldn't.
just saying, like if a woman approached you out, she saw you out, like, man, you're a handsome guy, and you think that maybe we can, if she approached you, is it gonna be like, hey, yeah, nah, you know what, I'm not really feeling your kind, everybody got their preference. Everybody got their preference. It's not
Hey,
a bad
hey,
thing. I mean, some
Hey,
women,
shout out
some
the wrong
women,
kind.
wrong
I've
guy.
approached a woman before, and she's like, yeah, I
Wrong
don't really.
kind.
She was like, I don't really do black guys like that. You know what I'm saying? And, to each his
Yeah.
own. So I'm just asking, like, is that one of those situations where it's like, you know what? I don't really mess with your kind. You're not my type.
You know what I heard though, like, and I'm answering the question too at the same time, but I haven't been able to travel like to Europe like that to really like really fully investigate their culture. But I heard it's some nice, you
Do your
know,
due diligence.
yeah,
You need
doing
to do
my
your
due
due
diligence
diligence.
over there like that. To be honest with you, to give you a full 100% answer, like for
Yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying. But from what I've been seeing, I like the sisters, man, and the Caribbean sisters, African sisters, and black sisters, bro. Like more, in our Spanish, Afro Latina sisters. That's more like my flavor. I don't see myself with if a white woman comes up to me. First of all, white women, why are you coming up to me, white? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? First and foremost. But I don't really see myself. No, sir. And that's is the best I can put it. No, I don't really
I'm
see
I'm
that,
with
bro.
that. That's fine. I'm not opposed to.
Okay.
So I think you said something about the Hispanic. So do you feel like Hispanics is different? You think it's different when it comes to the Hispanic culture, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans? Do
Hawaiian.
you feel like that's more
Polly.
you're more inclined to accept that than you are the Europeans and the
Maybe
Caucasians
a Tongan or
underneath?
two.
Yeah,
Samoan or two.
yeah,
Hawaiian.
because if you're talking about like if you look at Bahia, Brazil, Salvador, Brazil, like that's like the largest African population over there that speaks Portuguese outside of I guess the continent of Africa, and then we next up or something like that, right? So there's a lot of I'm attracted to brown skin,
Okay, there
melanin
you go.
skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what attracts me a lot
You
You
don't
more.
don't
like
like it
that. You
pasty
don't
with
like
the
that
little
pale. You don't
freckles.
like the pale opaque skin. Like you're not a fan.
Not the way in which you guys are asking that question. Not
I
at all.
respect it,
You know
bro.
what I'm
Hey, bro.
saying? Like, not,
No,
you
it's all
feel?
love, bro.
That
It's
does
not
not
like
sound
that. It's not
tacky. I
like
said,
that, bro.
last call, I prefer that dark meat, and I mean that. You know what I'm saying? And every bit of the, you know what I'm saying, words, because it's just something about it, man. So, you know, to each his own, because people fall in love with who they fall in love with,
Mm-hmm.
or fall in lust with who they fall in lust with. So that's why I say I'm not gonna take it to the level of like, oh, you marry, you know what I'm saying, you dating this, uh, uh, um, you dating outside your race, and so now we can't be friends no more, or something like that. Nah, 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 it ain't gonna be that deep. But you know, for me, I'm not really, that's not something that's for me. I've never really thought about entertaining somebody that is of that.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey,
I
hey,
respect
hey.
that. I
So,
appreciate that.
oh, go
I
ahead. Yeah, yeah.
appreciate
So
that.
for the funnies, I put his comment up on there while JD was talking. That's JD the Great, by the way. So this is yo. Don't want to be with the white girl, but y'all take the money if they gave it to you, right? So,
Yeah, I don't think this is talking
not
about money, but yeah,
yeah, and
I'm
they're
gonna
not
take
talking about money.
anybody's
Just
money.
to answer, I just wanted to answer the question, man. Or the statement or question,
A
whatever it
white
is.
girl out
But
here getting money, but let me know.
exactly.
We not we
And
talking.
that's like saying, oh, you would say good morning to us, but you won't live next door to us. Which one is right? which which one is right, or are they both right? You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody say anything about money. That's one. And then two, why is this quote unquote WG giving us the money? That's another question. So ask yourself that. You know what I mean? But yeah, moving on though.
Yeah, yeah. Money's green, bro.
I feel you.
We talking about relationships and shit like that. Money's green.
Hmm.
I'll take money
Hmm.
from you.
Hmm.
For funnies.
say,
I don't know
say,
exactly who that is, but I'll take money from you too, whatever color you is. So,
yeah, say that
but
then.
yeah, to answer your question, yes.
Can I be a playboy today? Is basically how that sounds to me.
Mm.
I'm not. I don't think
Because
so. I
I
mean, I'm
saw
past
all
that.
black guys went from white girls. What?
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
past
all
that
right.
Went
phase,
for a
man.
white girl. I think he meant to say went for white girl. Now, me personally, I'm not against what JD said. I'm not
Most
against,
all black guys went.
I don't have a problem with being with a white girl, a black girl, an Asian girl. I kind of feel like, thanks to my Duke, she's always kept me, with an open mind. I don't have any type of uh anything ill to say about really any race. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, with white people it is a little different. If I'm just being honest, don't get me wrong, any of my white friends, I love you. But we did, it's different. It's different with y'all just because of the
Mm.
history. You feel me? So if I'm being realistic, I couldn't be with a white person who didn't, I don't know how to say this, or if y'all could help me out. I couldn't be with a white woman who didn't understand the full extent of being with a black man. If she didn't understand, who she was and everything that comes with being
Mm.
with a black man, and the history behind it, and how I feel from the day to day, that when I see something on the TV where it's a cop harassing a black guy, like if it doesn't bother her at all, or if she doesn't see it my way a little bit, I don't feel like I could be with a woman like that. And I feel like there's a little disconnect sometimes, because um and it's nothing against them, because a lot of people, they weren't born into that, and they don't really care about that, because in their body, in their mind, they're like, I don't have a racist bone in my body, and they feel like that, so they don't see those things the same way we do. However,
Hmm.
that doesn't change the way that I feel. You feel me? So I personally don't feel like I personally could be with a YT woman that didn't understand the culture. You feel me? Now,
So
if
you
she
you
was,
you
if
can. It just came with a stipulation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like if she knew and she came, or maybe she grew up in the culture, it's a white woman. She went to Morningside High School, and she knew the homies,
Oh
and
no,
Mm.
and I'm not
it's
saying
a
that she
teacher.
gotta. I don't want a white woman that's gonna act black either. I don't want. I'm just saying, but be privy to the culture, and what black men go through on a day-to-day basis before I could be with a woman like that. As
Then
far as
quick.
like the
Oh,
Hispanic
oh,
So quick
okay,
question. Then, like, I know
okay.
this is
Both
cutting into,
funnies,
but this,
both
this
funnies
is my
cooking, huh?
my question though. Is like, can you be with a you're in charge type white woman? Like, I'm in charge, D. Like, you know what I mean?
Submissive.
like so I'm in charge or she's in charge.
I'm talking about hustle and flow. Can you be with a hustle and flow type? I'm in charge,
Oh
type
yeah,
white woman.
she was a little too hot. She was a little too much. I've got you, T. She was a little too. I don't want to call her a hustle and flow. And it's not saying that I can't. I could say I would be more inclined to being with. I'm not saying that that's what I would want. But I would be more inclined being with that kind of woman who, you know what I'm saying, knew what was up
She
versus
looked like she went to Morningside.
she definitely looked like she went to Morningside and Inglewood. She looked
Whoa,
like she got kicked out
whoa.
of one of them and went to the other one.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's shit.
I think
and
I
then
seen her
she
at
ended up. She
Hillcrest.
might have ended up
Hey,
at
you know
Centennial or
what?
something. I don't
I'm
know,
back.
but
I'm back. I'll back off.
she went to Inglewood,
Shout
then
out to the good people
Morningside,
that graduated from the Seminoles and the
ended up at Centennial. But no, yeah, I would be
shout out
more
to
inclined to
Apaches too.
somebody who just kind of knew the backstory. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of from where I'm
Yeah.
from. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
right.
don't think I
So
could be
I
with
got
one that's just off the one of those Jennifer
so I got
Aniston.
that
I'll take that back because Jennifer Aniston can get it, but uh.
without the European lineage.
Yeah, man. I think you kind of get what I'm saying. I just kind of feel like she kind of got to know what's up. You feel me? And to answer fun for funnies, you want to know about your history, but do you want to know about her European European lineage? I kind of know about it. I kind of know about it. If we're going, are we going to really dig into it? Because I would love to have a deep conversation with my woman, or I don't know who that is, but you can come in here. We can have a conversation about that as well. Um, we could dive deep and go back all the way back
Mm-hmm.
if you want to. But yeah, I love those kind of conversations.
Yeah, you gotta do a background check for the funnies for all seriousness, but for the funnies also too, with your comment, also before that's all black guys want. That's not true. I'm a black guy. That's not all I want. So even if I wasn't married, it's not all I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out there actively searching for bunnies and shit.
Yeah,
That probably might be you, but if not, whatever. But but thank you for the feedback, cause this what we do this content for, man. We trying to get to the
no,
bottom
yeah, I
of these
definitely
topic things.
appreciate you engaging. For fun, you asking some good questions.
So
I think
so I
most
think
black
most black
men.
men are scared to approach black women. Well, you can't
I could
talk, but why would you think that though?
I could see that. I could see that. I don't think that we afraid, but I think we've kind of learned our lesson, bro. It doesn't always work in our favor.
Uh
A
woo,
lot of
man,
these
we not
women,
learning it soon.
I've approached a white woman before and she grabbed her purse, bro. So it's like sometimes I feel like society has convinced us and them to be a certain way. Um, like I said, I'm not saying that for all black people or white people, but just in general. Um, I don't feel like they're as approachable. And they might feel the same way about, my people. So I think that it comes with, where you are, where you are, the
What you see
time
on
of the day,
TV,
and
what people other
if
people
you're
think
out
putting your hair.
somewhere, if you're out somewhere at a bar or something and people are approaching each other, then yeah, I wouldn't feel afraid, but like it's not gonna be as common as you would see, us approaching our own kind, just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like when I go somewhere, I'm pretty sure y'all do too, but when I go somewhere and it's a predominantly other race kind of place, when you see a brother, bro, we always seem to, hey, we give ourselves that, yeah, I see you, bro. You in
Yeah,
here
yeah.
too. We kind of let
That
each other
that
know
just
that, like,
changed.
oh, okay,
Yep.
I see you, bro. It ain't a lot of us in here, but I see you. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's just more so of a comfortability thing. I wouldn't say that we're scared, but we kind of know what to expect and what not to expect. So we kind of just, stay away or be on our tippy toes. At least I'm talking for myself. And I feel like it's been that way for a long time. I can definitely say though that I've met a lot of white people who are solid people and great people. You know what I'm saying? I take nothing from them, especially in the military. But let's not forget, bro. That's all. I'll leave it
Yeah,
at that. Let's just not forget.
yeah. So most of my skills need to be. But anyway, so one story before I get off track. One story I want to share, and kind of like in conjunction with you before I forget is the white counterpart knowing the struggle or the what I forgot the word you used, but knowing our situation. I'll give you a real
Hmm.
life thing. I can't really. My ex girlfriend. I had an ex girlfriend. So people that knew this in high school knew me in high school around that time. They might know about her or whatever. So I'm not saying her name on here, but I had a white girl in high school. She went to a whole nother school, pretty much in West LA. She lived in Universal City somewhere. So I used to have to go from the city, Inglewood Freeway with the Hadouken mobile. Shout out to the Hadouken mobile.
Shout out to the Hadouken.
Yeah, JD knows. So I used to mash out all the way in there. So one time, me and the homie, his homie, we cracked them at the Beverly Center one time. I locked my keys on my car. That's a longer story, but they was chilling, they was looking, peeking, we talked, exchanged numbers, the rest was history and whatever. So me and the homie going with his counterpart, I'm with my counterpart in the Hadouken mobile on La Brea, in kind of like we in kind of pushing the West Hollywood a little bit. So I get bumped, no reason, of course. Pulled over. I'm always used to tell this girl, she's a woman now. Shout out to her. She's cool. We so cool. I used to tell her like man, and I used to use that as like a joke, but like I used to use my struggle as a joke. Like, man, I don't want to go over there too long because they might sweat me or just joking around, but it's seriousness in a joke, right? So she used to be like, "Oh my God," she said everything but you people, but she's like, "Oh, yeah, you're always saying this. I bet this didn't happen or that didn't happen." Till they got bumped up with us. They got bumped up with us. They was in shock. Shock. First of all, we got pulled over. Pulled over for nothing. What do we do? What do we do? Pulled over. They asked me to get out the car. That's normal for me. I'm out the car. They shot. Mount dropped to the floor. Then they asked the homie to get out the car. You know what? Who they didn't ask to get out the car? The two ladies. You know what I'm saying? The two ladies were fine. You know what I'm saying? But they jaws were dropped, bro. Or jaws were dropped because
probably dropped too. So.
they didn't understand. They didn't understand. Like, oh my God, how many times has this happened to you? Oh, you don't know. I go out the door. I'm happy I didn't get pulled over. You know what I'm saying? Like legitimately. You know what I'm saying? That's real. It might not be like that super right now, but then you get bumped up on the curve. First thing they ask you for, probation parole. She didn't understand that, and that became like a little. It was like you didn't take my word for it. I'm a teenager, but you seen it with your own eyes, and then you believed it, and then now you sympathize. And you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It might be a little too late for that though. You know what I mean? But that I was a kid, but that's the story that kind of lines up with what you say. It's good, and even for the funnies, man. Whoever you are, fun for the funnies. He said, it's we usually go for them or whatever it is, and on the European lineage. I knew her shit in and out. Trust me. I knew her dad. I knew how she was tied in with the Jews. I knew how she was tied in with the Russians. I knew all that, homie. Yeah. So she got to know me crash course. Crash course. That's the difference that we could have, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the differences. It's sad, but it's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just kind of
They
knowing.
were doing their job. Yeah, they were doing their job, buddy.
Just kind of knowing. I want to be with a woman who know that, like, if I get pulled over, like, she know what to do next. She probably, just know that she might already have her phone out recording, because if she a white woman, she already like, yeah, I don't know, it might be kind of sketchy for him. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of knowing. You know what I mean? Versus, don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with someone who don't really know, but it's like.
And that would help back then. We didn't have cell phones back then. It was the '90s, but I'm saying well, no, but what I'm saying is, if I could have schooled her before that, and it was a cell phone time, she could have been recording while that happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're right, bro. Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that probably taught them a lesson.
Background tough.
I guarantee you, they move differently now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
can I ask
them? It's not so much on them as it is on the police as well, though.
I'm gonna ask one question though. To the panel, and then I'm gonna ask one question for the funnies. You can answer when you feel fit. But we're talking about black and white. So you're obviously white, or you're something else. Whichever one you are identified with. How do you feel about dating the other race? About the other race approaching you, female, male, or whoever you're into? Like, how do you feel about that? And then for the panel, We had cell phones in the 90s. Okay. Oh, okay. Shout out Mom Dukes. I forgot, man. Shout out that team, the V team. Shout out that team, man. Y'all out there with the cell phone. I ain't had none in the 90s. I barely had a pager, Mom Dukes. I barely had a pager. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, and back then, if they did have cell phone, they definitely didn't have recording devices. I
Yeah,
don't think.
Doc, you
But
kind of tripping, Doc. We definitely had some cell phones back then, bro.
in the
They was
90s,
Shout
bro,
out,
no,
shout out
they
celebrity
no.
was out in the
communication, man,
90s, man.
on the
Because you
brick.
got to think
Bro,
about it,
I
bro.
went
It
to
was
high
like
school
we
from
talking about late, maybe early 90s, maybe then, but we
I,
had
w-
cell
but
phones,
I went to
bro.
high school. I graduated in 2000. Went to started high school in '96. Well, I just remember pages, bro. I remember cell phone first time was in the Navy, like
Wait,
early
oh yeah, you
2000s, bro.
skip. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, that's some morning side shit. You ain't had no cell. I'm sorry to
Bro,
hear
you
that,
probably
gang.
was in school. Remember, you graduated later than me. You
I
probably
was a
was in
little
school
younger
with
than
a
you. Don't
celly.
get me wrong, but I had a phone. I had a phone in middle
Hey, what up,
school.
Brad?
I started with I started with a two-way
Thank
pager. You
you.
right? I had a two-way.
Hey,
Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
my guy.
That's late 90s. That's late 90s. I had a
That's
Oh,
my
y'all
two-way.
talking
guy.
about
Then I went
them
and then
sidekick days.
I kept upgrading. I had the Boost Mobile, the Nextels, the Chirps, and then we got
Retired
into
troll. What's happening?
the sidekicks and all that. So we definitely had some phones in the late 90s, man. What up?
Well, yeah. But not. Okay, late 90s. I'll buy. I didn't have one, but I'm saying the first one I had was singular Nokia, the one that little the snake game and all that did not have no camera, no recording
Yeah,
device
now
on it.
that
You know what I'm saying?
Snake used to be
Hey,
fun though.
you
Oh yeah,
graduate
no
later, so
doubt.
you might have had a something in high school.
Yeah, I had some
The
shit,
only thing
bro.
I had available that I had in high school was a pager, and I didn't think I even had that. Probably to the end of my senior year or something. So either way, she would have been given the instructions like Mr. McGlover would said. The household would have been instructed before we carried on with our missions. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, appreciate you, retired troll. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. So my question to the panel is um I know you may not pay attention to it, but in the past, when somebody of another race approaches you, do you get excited, nervous, giddy, and do you think on the other end that same energy is reciprocated the same way? Because I feel like this is now for the funnies in there. Shout out to the chat. I love y'all. I'm just saying we're just talking black and white here as an example. You could be black, Mexican, black. You could be white, Hispanic, whatever. Interracial relationship. So we're going to use black and white for this example. You're the black man. The white one comes approaches you on the phone. What do you think they tell my homegirls? Oh, yeah. It's a black guy though. Yeah. And what you saying on the phone? Oh, hey, I done knocked the snow. You know what I'm saying? You getting hyped and all. In a way, that same energy is recuperating the same way, almost like we both trophies in a certain way to each other. I don't know. Well, I guess my question would be, do y'all feel that energy when y'all crack something like that or someone approaches you like that?
Man, I think we are certain trophies to each other to some degree. Simply going back to what you said, when I remember it was me, a homie, and it was a young white lady in a vehicle, and the homie was in the back seat. The homie in the back seat, the homie got like on a hoodie, hat, like all the whole get down. The white
Mm-hmm.
lady in the front seat, she, kind of, just a bit provocative, if you will, you know what I'm saying? And we smashing down Century, right?
Thought I was
And
saying,
so we just over there, and then we get pulled over by the sheriffs. We get pulled over by the sheriff. Sheriff come up. You already know, like you said, this is probation, parole, all this stuff. Pull you out the car, pistol, all that, right? That's how we grew up. That's
mm-hmm.
honestly how we grew up. Period. It wasn't no. That's what it was. I'm talking about from like before 18. They was doing that to us, like 14, 15, 16. So he pull up
Teenager, we kids.
and he look in the vehicle. He see the homie in the back seat. He look over. He see
With the
the
snow
young
guard.
white lady with the white lady dressed provocative in the front seat. Then he see me. You know,
Mm,
it was like at
it's a
that
wrap.
moment, it was not a rap. It was at that moment when things was like normal. He just said license and
Mm,
registration. I was like,
mm.
here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, this is not normal for us, but here you go.
Mm-hmm.
He took it. He came back. He looked at the homie in the back seat again. He looked at old girl in the front. He said, slow down next time or something, whatever BS he said, but everything checked out. So we was able to keep going on our mission. But like, if
Wow.
it was just like me and the homie, like it would have been a whole different little ball game, probably pulled out, yanked out, all kind of other stuff and stuff like that. So
That's
yes,
your big ass.
we are a
They calling
prize.
back
You
up
know
on
what
you.
I'm
Shit.
saying? Yeah,
They calling
I
back
mean,
up on you
that's how
all
I
day.
grew up. You know what I'm saying?
25-17, 25-17. I need back up. I got to pull over on Century. Yeah, it's one big one in the back.
hey,
It's just one big one.
y'all looking at the face of a nigga who been knowing that ain't nobody fighting fair against me. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm,
So, but listen, but
mm,
yeah, so in a way they can be a prize to help you pass.
mm.
That's my point.
And
That's my
and that's
point.
it.
They,
And that's it. Part of your portfolio, man. You know what I'm saying? You have your assets, you have your liabilities. They can be an asset, and so can you, right?
100%, 100%. You know what I'm saying? So you got to move accordingly for sure. You can't move sloppy, but you can definitely pass. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
can definitely pass. So yeah, I
Okay.
say yeah for sure. Like I think that
So that worked out
we
in
can be
your
assets to each other.
situation. It worked out. Me having a snow guard in the car, it didn't work out for me. It just worked out for me proving my point. No, I did go home. I could say it was a good day, but it changed the move. But it for
Yeah,
them, not for us. It was normal for us, like you said, bro.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
So, Doc,
So
I didn't
oh,
get
go
your
ahead.
take on interracial relationships though. I mean, I don't want to get too far caught up into the police and shit, but like you didn't give me your take on how you feel about interracial relationships. Are you
Uh,
for them? Are you against them? Do you look? Do
I'm
you
I'm
you know? Is
I'm
it a
I'm for I'm
thing?
yeah I'm for 'em. The one thing I'm for them, definitely not against them. The one thing I can't say is I do understand where people come from when they say date your own or be with your own, because what we have with the interracial relationship was why I say we need something like that is because uh, if you really want to get technical, we can get beers and bones and see what the original race, original man was. But at this point in time, everything is all mixed up regardless anyway. So you having all these, especially you can see it in athletes. All these kids coming up are mixed. No, I mean, no offense. I mean, they could be anything, but like a lot of these basketball player, football player, a lot of them are coming up. And then what race you break down when they say mixed? They say mixed is usually like a black thing versus with another race. That's usually what they talking about. I mean, a white with maybe like a Asian person, just a mixed couple. Those are. But you with our people that we have in the United States, we usually tend to go around our, like, let's say you grew up around Mexicans, you might end up with a Mexican girl. You grew up around Asians, you might end up with an Asian girl. You might be that one person out, but it's gonna have to be some of that stuff. And when the thing is, what people are nervous about that we're not nervous about is that their race, their purity is going to die out and go away. I'm not worried about that. I'm just more worried about ourselves as a people loving somebody of another that looks completely opposite to you. Now, this is where you can get a lot of knowledge from kids. I was chopping it with my son, not to put him on blast one day, but I just, I see his taste in women and all this stuff. Keep in mind that I'm not against interracial relationships. I'd say, hey, so I see, your girl and your ex girl. I was like, you're not into sisters, huh? Like this, just talking to my son. Like, he's like, no, I ain't say that. I mean, not like that. I'm just saying I'm more attracted to, like, you know, what he would say on, like, Asians, Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, and I said, okay, so you don't think your mom, your sisters look beautiful or something? And yeah, and I have to really say this is a real one, because he said no, I mean, not like that. I'm not attracted to them sexually. That's my mother and my sister. And I have to think about that, man. I was like, damn, is that a form of self-hate, or is that just common sense? Like, why would you be attracted to somebody who looks like your mother or looks like your sister or something like that? But then so that goes deep, and then so, but in his essence, I think he was just saying in the sense like, yeah, they're beautiful, but just not in that way, that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And that's just my mom and my sister. I'm not talking about somebody I didn't meet. So I think everybody just has their types, bro. No matter what kind of skin you in or whatever it is, honestly. Um, I know some white folks, both sides, black and I'm sorry, white folks, both sides being men and women. They told me straight up, KB, Doc, whoever. I don't date nothing. I don't let nothing for the sisters. I don't date none but brothers. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But you just have some people that like they type, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But there's also nothing wrong with having pride in your family, your race, your culture, your lineage, like you said. No problem with that. So I just need to learn about yours. You need to learn about mine. Shout out to Stone with that gem right there. But that's where I'm at with it though. Shout out to the chat. We in about an hour. You know what I'm saying? Hit them likes if you're still in here. Appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm at with the Stone.
Okay, yeah. So you for it, you just think that everybody, the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You like what you like. That's kind of where I'm at. You like what you like. My mom was always one. I feel like every culture at some point, if you're just keeping it a buck, that I don't feel like it makes you racist. I don't feel like that makes you less of a bad person or anything. But I feel like your cultures in the culture, you're probably, I'm not gonna say taught, but I think it is like you're supposed to. It is kind of like like given to you at a younger age. It's like, oh, stick with your kind. I feel like the Mexicans are told to stick with their kind. Hey, stick with your kind.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go out into the world and you meet people, you engage with people. You know what I'm saying? You gonna start to form your own opinions on people and like what you like. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Maybe the
Keep it
black
keep in
woman. If
mind
I'm a
too.
black man and I might have been with a black woman and things weren't as I wanted them to be, and then I got with a white woman and things were cool, but it still didn't, tickle my fancy. And then I ended up with a fucking Asian woman. And then, that didn't work at
Mm-hmm.
all. Then I ended up with a Hispanic woman. And it's like, damn, I like it here. This I like the, she's like this and like that. I kind of feel like it's all your experiences in relationships to, find what it is that you like. And whoever checks all those boxes for you, whether they white, black, purple, orange, I don't think it really matters. I do feel like though, and maybe y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, JD or KB, but like just going off these posts, why I brought it up is because I seen a post where this girl, she was talking shit to black men. And she was like, "You black men, y'all keep on, y'all go out here and y'all chasing these women, these non-cis. Basically, how black men, I guess they seen. I don't know if they did statistics on it or what, but it seems like there's more black men who chase after other races than it is when it comes to the
Oh,
black women chasing after
oh,
them.
that's
So
a
so
fact.
so so yeah, it's black men
Shout out to
chasing more
the
white women,
chasers.
black men chasing more Hispanic women and this and that. And then you got a black woman coming at she was going in on us. She was like, it's crazy that you guys would do our sisters like this and you out here chasing these women and this and that. It seems like it's more frowned upon from the sisters than it is. And then I feel like the sisters, not calling them haters, but they form their opinions on these women that we're, out here chasing or and they feel some kind of way about it. And these are women they've never met, but obviously they just kind of feel like they look at them like competition in a sense. And it's like, oh, they out here taking all our men. Do you feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's warranted? Do you feel like that's okay? Do you feel like they coming from a jealous place or just a bitter place, an upset place, or do you feel like it's okay for them to feel that way?
So black women, you talking about?
Yeah,
Feel
yeah. Is it
okay.
okay for
So
the
let
black
me just
women to feel that way about
So
black men?
Suzette said, for me, I like only black. They black or Mexican. I mean, I'm black and Mexican. I couldn't see myself with another race, like racial relationship. And that's a good take. That's what you say. I couldn't see myself. It could happen, but you can't see yourself, and it's fear that you want to date within. But you're mixed, so your parents thought something of it, so they probably have a good outtake on it. So that's a good take. But yeah, JD, I think it comes from. I'm sorry, JD, Stone. I think it comes from a place of honestly, because this happened to at my brother's birthday. I saw it happen right from my eyes. I mean, the dude was African, not to say anything, but he walked past all the sisters though, and went right to the white girl, hollered at her, walked past a perfectly good batch of sisters, you know what I'm saying? And went straight to the one. And I think it's a form of disrespect. None of them really was. Now, here's the thing: it's silly because if they would have came and if you would have came and tried to holler, they would have played this little stupid game or something like that. But they
Mm.
passed them up, and then just went straight to the whoopie whoop. Like you
And
know what I'm
everybody
saying?
got
So,
something to say.
it's a disrespect thing.
So you feel like you
Interesting.
feel like, and when you say it's just, I don't feel like it's just. Do you
For
feel
the
like
funnies is this a girl or a dude? What did he say?
is it? Do you
Uh,
feel like? So do you feel like this? Our sisters are wrong for feeling that way? Do you feel like it's, hey, you know what I'm saying? That don't get mad at us for what we doing, bro. That's just that, niggas gonna like what they
they are
like. They must.
they are right for feeling that way. They are right for feeling that way, but it's coming from the wrong place. The place of disrespect. The place of disrespect. Now, if it was a place of there's no they're the complaint. There's no men out here. There's no good men out here and stuff like. But you walk past them all the time, and you say they're taken. No, they're not taken. Somebody gave that man a chance, and
Mhm.
he
That's
did
what I'm
good with
saying.
that
That's what I'm
chance.
getting at. That's why I disagree with you. I feel like it's coming from, and you next, JD. But I feel like it's coming from a bitter place. It's coming from
Mm.
I don't feel like it's warranted. I don't feel like it's warranted. I don't feel like they should be feeling that way. I feel like, hey, there's plenty of men out here, just like there's plenty of women, man. If a man walks by you to go talk to the next woman, whether she's white, black, Mexican, whatever, it's because of the vibe you gave off or the experiences that he's had with women that look like you. Now it's a group of black women right here. Maybe I've approached a group of black women before and they ate me up. It was, oh, what do? You got a job, you got this, where your kids at? Da, da, da. And it's like,
I
I
mean,
don't
yeah.
even I don't want to deal with that no more. And then one time I
Mm.
approached a group of white women and they welcomed me with open arms. And it's just like, well, damn, it was cool over here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
now when I see a group of black women and I see that, I'm just like, oh,
are you
I'm gonna
Snoop
leave
Dogg?
them alone. I'm gonna skip those and go head over here to them because that's just what I know. So I don't feel like it's warranted for them to be feeling some kind of way if you're the reason that men are moving that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm not blaming women, all women, but obviously if a man's feeling a certain kind of way about certain kind of women, it's because of his experience with those women or lack thereof. So I look at it as a sign of like, hey, hating, bro. I don't get mad when a woman treats somebody else, bro, whether whatever race he is. So for me, it's like, hey, niggas chose up. You didn't get chosen. So stop hating, baby. Go do, keep it pushing.
I didn't even give you a chance. You walk past. I walk past you. I said
That's
Hey,
what I'm
because of
saying.
my prior
You feeling some kind of
because
way.
of my prior traumas. Because of my prior
Exactly,
traumas with y'all.
exactly. So you feeling some kind of way about
gang.
how I feel about women, or I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, blame the last bitch.
Bro, I don't see so much. I'm just like, bro, I'm done, bro. I'm like if I was ever, which is not gonna happen, I was to ever get divorced or anything like that, it's a wrap. Y'all doing too much out here, man. Y'all like, I'm about to sit my ass down somewhere at I don't know, have myself breakfast, go to the gym, do stuff like that. If I meet y'all along that way, I meet y'all, man. But I am not searching for these motherfuckers are interested in the wrong things. Like almost everybody, bro. Almost everybody.
Hey, I remember back when I used to be. It used to bother me when I used to see black women choose like white men. You know what I'm saying, or a different race. I used to allow that shit to bother you. Now I really can care less because it's a big ass world out here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're the global majority across the world. So it doesn't even matter where you go, we're there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a plethora of women to choose from across the entire globe. So it's not as
But can I
big of
say
a
something,
deal
JD too?
as it used to
I
be
think
to me.
we're there global wide, but we're different categories though. Like me, like I'm you don't know I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm in Jamaica right now, right? Our type of is not the same as they type. African, you go to Africa, you've been there. They type is not different. It's not the same as our type. Same thing with the females too. So you're gonna find us in all these places, yeah. But are you gonna find the ones that's getting the hate like we are though? We the most hate. Hey, can this be true? You gonna answer the question too, JD. But can this be true? Can are we the most hated species on the planet, bro?
Yeah. I would say it's we the ones that they love to hate on the most, and the ones that bring the most value to the economy to this day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like overall, if you just look at the economy, you know what I'm saying? Like we bring that value, man, entertainment, sports, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but like but what I'm saying is I'll say we are most hated, but also in context, like when you look at you gotta go. You can't just go to another place and then not blend in and learn the culture and stuff like that, so you can learn the game because
Facts.
there's game everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they running it, expeditiously. So you have to
Hmm.
like kind of get into the culture and dig in and see if it's something you might want to fuck with. But my reason for saying we're the global majority is just simply because it's a plethora of women across the world. So it's not no one reason. Like my younger thinking wasn't even thinking that deep. That's another thing. Like I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't traveling. I wasn't really thinking out of the side like 10 miles maybe or something for like a long ass time. So I didn't really see it. I just saw
Hmm.
the ones that was around us, and they was really going to get the money because it was them dudes had some money. So it probably wasn't even all for just love and all this old shit, man. It was money attached to that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
make you want to go get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Even with old boy, like why did he pass up the sisters? He could have been scouting. You know what I'm saying? That could have been another angle that he took and why he passed them. You know what I'm saying? But why did they
Yo,
have to say, oh, why you pass us up? You know what I'm saying? But one thing for sure, they gonna always say something. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the sisters. I love y'all, even though y'all always got something to say. Shout out
Do
to
you think that that's another take on it? Uh, Anybody can answer, even in the chat. Do you feel like our sisters, the beautiful black women, do you feel
shout
like
out.
they have, not saying them as in all of them, but do you feel like the majority or the masses have created that narrative to where they're not as approachable as other races, or they're not as welcoming as other races? And that's why these men are stepping out and these men are going for, other race women. Do you feel like it's on them because of that? Do you feel like it stems from that, or do you feel like um it's just men being intimidated?
Man, listen, I'm gonna
So
say this part first. I'm gonna say this just real quick. I'm gonna say that I'm not married, but thank God I ain't gotta worry about none of that shit right now. Like in 2025, because that shit is crazy outside. I don't know what the hell is going on outside. You know what I'm saying? Like that to that degree, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I don't want no parts of what's going on outside right now with the scene. You know what I mean? And things like that, man. It's just not conducive. So I can't really I don't know what they on. You know what I'm saying today, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
it's
So
cool to pop in and pop out, man. But to be a like how I remember you being younger, being in the club, and I'll be seeing like the 3 times I go out of the month, this nigga's here every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Or the 2 times I go, whatever. So that's a career for them. I mean, but nowadays, I mean, I guess the club is still on, but people go to lounges, all kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? But we got retired troll. You know, I feel like black women feel more betrayed. That's any. Oh, let me put it up in here. I'll let you. You want to get it, JD?
it said feel
Let me
like
see that.
black women feel more betrayed that than anything when it comes to when it comes to that. I feel since they are put down the most as far as women, that when brothers date other races, they feel unprotected.
Ah,
Man,
Yeah, I
how you
agree.
feel
But
unprotected by somebody just dating somebody else? Like,
that's,
because
yeah.
that we supposed to be the protectors in general, though, bro. Like
But
think
but
about
but
your.
but
I know
can
you don't have
we?
a sister. Oh, go ahead, Jake.
No, I'm just
Stone,
saying,
go ahead.
can we? That's what I'm saying. I agree with what he's saying, and I do feel like they feel that
Hmm.
way. But that's my
Yeah,
question. My question is, do you feel like they feel that they put men in those positions to make them feel that way? Like, hey, look, man, you feel that way because there was good men, and there were men who was approaching you guys, and y'all wasn't having it, and you wanted the bad guy and this girl, but this girl over here was okay with not having a bad guy. She was okay with having a square dude. And now,
Mm-hmm.
this is what men are looking for. They're not looking at the black women the same because when they were, the black women weren't giving them the time of day. All I'm asking is it
Yeah.
warranted for them to feel like that, or is it like, hey, bro, you made this bed, you got to lay in it?
I feel it's warranted because it's the unprotected part, man. It's just it's like, okay, unprotected and abandoned. So they the communication piece. Are we communicating that y'all not treating us right? You know what I'm saying? Or are we macho? Or we stand on business and we just move on and we just make a movement and then they like, wait, what's going on? All our being gone and shit. Well, I'll say this meme this gift do it the best. Like it showed. Shout out to the members. It showed like a gang member, younger, popping, smoking, drinking, all popping. He with her. He cheating on her, doing all this stuff. So the gang member could be anybody. It could be some jock, the popular dude in high school, whatever. It could be anybody. So he what that dude is that dude the normal dude get good grades, not too extra, not athletic, not gang banging, not nothing. Showed interest. She keep feel like shutting them off. You know what I'm saying? This man go to college, get his degree and all this stuff like that, doing good for himself. It doesn't work out for that like that all the time. Meanwhile, where you think she had 3 kids, 4 baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? So now she's stuck alone, run into the successful dude. Oh, you look so good. How you doing? Blah blah blah. Oh, I didn't know. I knew you was gonna be so. Well, if you knew it, why'd you do it? You know what I'm saying? If you knew it, why'd you do it? I don't get it. So
But
Yeah,
that,
go.
I think
that's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
that's a fault of both of us. I think it's a communication thing there. We should communicate to them more. Hey, y'all not treating us right as a group. You know what I'm saying? We holding y'all down. We protecting y'all. We beg y'all for safe, but y'all treat us like we just the garbage. You know what I'm saying? Down the street. There's other stuff there's other people out there. It's not just us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of
Okay.
feel like that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
Hmm.
Y'all, we've held y'all on that pedestal for so long, and in doing so, we didn't get nothing in return. Whereas now, you didn't appreciate me, and it looks like, from the looks of it, these men over here that's dating these other women, they're being appreciated a lot more. They're
Hmm.
getting shown the love that you weren't trying to show. So now that we're gravitating that way, don't fault us for that when you had the opportunity first and you fumbled. I
Because
get
this is
what you're
not
saying,
this.
and I'm not against my sisters, but I get what you're saying and saying like, oh, we should communicate. But guess what? I didn't have to communicate my worth to these women over here. They saw it already. You feel me? I didn't have to sit down and talk to you and tell you, oh, you're not treating me right. Y'all got to treat me better. You're not the only woman out here. These women saw that off the jump. They saw how we were being mistreated over here, which is why when we came over here, they was welcoming us with open arms. And I'm not saying us as in me in general. I'm just saying in general. Like, if we're just for the sake of the debate or the argument or whatever we're having, I just kind of feel like, hey, just like with us, you made that bed, you got to lay in it. You know what I'm saying? You had the opportunity to make things be a certain way, and you didn't. Don't get mad at the women who are doing what you didn't want to do.
T-Mac.
At the end of the day, you're not doing the things that you want. You mad at a woman that's doing for a man the shit that you was talking about you would never do for a man. Oh, I would never do this. I would never do that. I ain't taking care of him. I ain't helping him. Da 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 da. And then a woman over here is willing to do all that. And now you hating on this woman because she not the same color skin as you. I'm sorry, baby
Mm.
girl. You did that to yourself.
But I feel like they find a way to hate on anything. The last one was fat. She's skinny. The last one was this tall. She's short. Like when
Exactly
do we
my
stop the
point. But I'm just
comparison?
saying, I'm just basing this off the post I seen earlier about the black
Oh yeah,
woman
yeah,
talking.
yeah, yeah.
She
I'm
was
just
talking to the
bantering.
brothers, and she was like, "Y'all, you leaving these sisters out here, this and that, da 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 da." My response, like if I was to be on a panel with her, my response to her would be like, "Hey, but why do you? Is it men's fault for moving that way when we haven't been treated a certain way by the same women that you're talking about we're leaving? I wasn't treated right by this woman. So I want it to be treated right. I feel like we get to an age where we don't, it's not always about the looks or, uh, it's not just about being a bad bitch. You get to an age where sometimes you just want peace. You just
Man,
want them. You just want peace.
say
You just
that.
want happiness, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be the most beautiful woman in the world, but you're the most beautiful woman in the world to me, just because your
Hmm.
personality, the way you treat me, you make me feel loved. Um, I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day. I feel like, talking life into a person is big, bro. Letting the person know
Mm.
Yeah.
that you love them and you care about them, and you hope that they ate, or you know what I mean. Here, eat something like you know what I'm saying. Niggas is getting shit that they wasn't getting from their past relationship, whether they were whoever they were with, whatever color they were. So don't fault a man for going to find his happiness, his peace. You know what I'm saying? Just because he didn't find it with a woman that you wanted him to find it with, a woman that you wanted to be this color, or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like we should get into that. I kind of feel like the
Yeah.
lady whose post I'm talking about, I kind of feel like she was coming from a bad place. I feel like she was coming from a jealous, bitter place, and she shouldn't have. That's just how I
Mm.
feel. I just kind of feel like,
Yeah.
hey, baby girl, it's fine. Don't get mad at niggas for being out here. These niggas is happy. Oh, y'all leaving these sisters out here? Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Niggas got to
But
deal
that
with
go
that all
back.
the time.
But that go back to cheating, though, right? Nature. Nature. It's in their nature to be emotional. It's in their nature to weaponize a simple situation. You know what I'm saying? Like 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 for instance, like my thing I get a lot is it doesn't always need to be about you. You know, I tend to make stuff about me like oh shit like let's just take the extreme for some simple matter. Like anytime we laid or something like that, you know, I say, oh my bad, my bad. You know, it's like no, I mean it's good. So I mean I try to take like
Oh, it
something
was your
like I'm
bad,
making it
baby.
about myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. So I'm saying, so that's what I'm saying. It just one of those things. That's the worst I get, and I try to work on that. You know what I'm saying? But that's something you could deal with. That's something like the worst thing I think I'll deal with is the communication, and we both deal with that. So that's something I'll take with in a minute. Then going out here, I don't know if you take meds. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know if you do perk 30s, all this shit. Like I don't know what you want. Oh man, it's just a new. And keep in mind what I wanted to say to the older. I mean not the older. To your previous kind of situation. Stone is keep in mind our age group. We're in a generational age group, meaning we like and generations before, just years before, our our people's just coming over here. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans, everybody just coming over to the state. So you dealing with people that just got there, that's coming from straight from Mexico, in our case, things like that. So they start seeing black people, white people. They like, of course they're gonna want they women to be what they own, because that's how it's been for generations. But I think as time goes on, now that generation being born here over and over, they like, hey, they like it's almost like a norm. It's almost like a norm thing right now. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Nah, I
It,
don't
it
know. Yeah, I hear you, but like you said, I just kind of feel like there's hater. Like I don't feel like men is out here doing that complaining. I don't feel like you. I ain't seen no post of men saying, "Oh man, all the women out here they choosing the white man and this and that," because like you said, maybe we
been
do it
happening
more.
to
Maybe
us.
we venture out of our race more than the women do. But at the end of the day,
I just went to Westchester.
at the end of the day, you can't get mad at a nigga for. Yeah, if you went to Westchester, you was a lucky man. But you can't get mad at a man for his past traumas or his past relationships. It didn't work out with this woman. I approached this woman and it didn't work out. How many times a nigga got to strike out before he want to go try something new? How many times he got to
Hmm.
deal with the woman who don't want to make him a sandwich, don't want to cook him breakfast, don't want to do this, don't want to have sex with him before he's like, man, my boy over here, bro, he got him a nice little Latina man, and this girl, she over there picking this and that. Um,
Yeah, that's
how long do it
upbringing.
how long does a man have to deal with that before he ventures out and go try something new? And I'm not taking nothing away from black women, because I feel like there's some black women who are happy and they're beautiful and you know uh they're doing everything that they need to do. Which my mom commented like, you can't comment, mama, because you're married to a man. A man already chose you to be his wife, and to be the person he spends the rest of his life with. Obviously, because you
Ooh,
checked all those boxes for him. You know what I mean? As a 100% black woman.
Retired
So
troll.
salute to you. But what I'm saying is, mother, not all men get that from 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 the women they deal with, whether they're black, white, whatever. So at the end of the day, if you find solace or happiness in a Asian woman, a Mexican woman, a Dominican woman, a Puerto Rican woman, and Arabian woman, if you find that, then that's just what it is. I don't feel like it should. I don't feel like these women, these other women, or black women should be hating on that. I look at it as hating. In my opinion, I feel like it's hating. You mad at men for going to find ways to be happy. Oh, yes, all these sisters out here, y'all leaving. Hey, baby girl, I tried. I tried.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. Sorry. You know,
Mm.
you should do
So
the same. You go try something to make yourself happy.
I seen retired troll put playing devil's advocate, and for the conversation, do y'all feel like black women treated men that way because at the same time a lot of men were forced to be single mothers? Well, a
A
lot
lot
of
of men were
them,
forced.
sorry, forced to be single mothers, and they had to harden.
Yeah, 100%. I do feel like they had to harden. Uh, but but I don't feel like they were all forced to be single mothers. I don't feel like nobody was forced to be anything. I mean, we can sit here and debate that if you want, retired troll, but I
I
don't
feel
feel
where you're
like.
going though.
No, I get what you're saying. No, don't get me
The
wrong.
No, I feel where both of
I
y'all going, but I feel where you're
I
going
just
with
don't feel like we
the
can sit there and
choices.
say that at the end of the
Because you
day
have
because
choices
at
to
the
lay with
exactly
somebody
it's
most of the
free
time.
will. So to say that they were forced to harden, they were forced to do X, Y, and Z. A lot of that comes out of choice. You know what I mean? I do, however, believe that they've been trying to get the black man out of the black homes for a very long time. You know, that's why we
That's
got
a fact.
government aid, government assistance, and shit like that. However,
That's a fact.
however, um, knowing that you're a single mom or knowing that the father figure isn't in the picture and knowing that hey, you could it's a choice with how you move in that sense. And I don't mean to put my mom on blast, but my mom, when there wasn't a man in the picture, she would have to she would tell you herself she would have to overcompensate as a mother trying to fulfill a role as a father. You know what I mean? So I would get
Hmm.
ass whoopings that were like, big ass whoopings because she felt like she had to do that because there was no man around. You get what I'm saying?
But
But that was a
I know you.
choice.
I feel like they were warranted though, knowing you and shit.
No, 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 bro. Like I just kind of feel like it was a choice though. Like she decided to, I'm not faulting her for it because I feel like I'm a pretty decent man. I think you did a good job, mom. But what I'm saying is she
Yes,
had a
sir. Tell
choice
them
on
I'll do.
how she was gonna move. You feel me? And if she was gonna welcome other men or if she was gonna be too hard, I ain't go. You know what I'm saying? It was a choice. So to say that they had to harden and they treated us like that, no, you treated us like that because you wanted to. And at a point, we were okay with it. And then we started seeing other people be treated a certain way. And we were like, you know what? We don't got to stand for this. So I'm going to step out. I'm going to go try this over here because the grass seems a little bit greener. And it's not always greener on the other side, but sometimes it is. So,
And
um,
what's going to? I think when we have these real conversations, I think people take it personal too. This is
mm,
a general topic situation, meaning
oh,
like
100%.
I might not be talking about myself, you
Hmm.
or him, but
Oh, yeah. I
in
always try to
general,
leave us out of it, like our person, you know what I'm saying? So it's not
yeah,
about
yeah.
I'm speaking.
But what I'm saying is like people in general, like when they hear that they get extra bitter because especially if it's another black dude, another black dude, they seeing somebody in you that like you that remind them of something they've been through, just like any trauma, any PTSD or whatever it is, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And it's
PTSD.
just it don't need to be personal like that. What's that show?
She
Oh,
said
my
something.
dudes,
Yeah, she said it, and I agree. And I think, and I'm not gonna take that from. I think she said that
just
she made
wasn't.
a. That's a bar. That's a bar. I do
He
agree
just
with that.
wasn't having the
I
words
do.
when the
I
over one
think
in
that's what the girl
the
was
on the
saying in the
radio.
post too, my dude. She was saying how y'all want to go with these other women because y'all feel like y'all can walk all over them or y'all can do this and that and da 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 da. And I do, and I'm not gonna be fake or a hypocrite. I do feel like that does. It does that kind of played a role into it too as well. To a certain extent. I do feel like men were like, oh, you know what, she over here, she not tripping on the same shit that these women over here was tripping on. But I also
Right,
feel
right.
like the expectations for those same women that they left, like you said, she said we just wasn't having the bullshit when other women from different races tolerate what we just ain't going to. Okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with that to a certain extent, but I do feel like some of those things that you weren't tolerating, mm, you made bigger than they needed to be. Sometimes I feel like y'all's expectations were unrealistic. You know what I mean? You were kind of setting men up for failure. So it was like, damn, bro, I'm doing this, all this, and she's still tripping, and it's still a problem, and it's still this, and it's still that. And then it's like, man, if I go do that over here, it's way more appreciated. This woman she happy that I'm coming home every night, I'm bringing home the groceries, this, and that. And if I do that over here, it's still not enough. Oh, she not putting up with it. So I'm not trying to say I don't agree with you, J Lo, because I do to a certain extent, but I think that you also got to look at both sides of it and the expectations of those same women. And if the man was meeting those expectations, was it enough, or would you still fault him for coming up short? You know what I mean? Or would you pick up some of the slack? I feel like that was another thing too. A lot of the women didn't want to pick up. It was like, nope, you know what the fuck you supposed to be doing is like, oh, the girl over here, she gonna help out. You know what I'm saying? Where the girl over here, she like, oh, I ain't putting up with that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Man, that was some man. Oh man, I hate to do this because we cooking, man. But man, we gotta make them dinner things, man. So man, we gonna put a pin in this one. Um, I think all things considered could be correct at some point in time, man. But definitely we have some trauma there on both sides, and I think through communication it could be addressed, man. But man, it just needs to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
ongoing communication.
but yeah, shoot. Any final thoughts, JD? Where they can find you at?
Man, find me on here for real, man. Shout out Doc TV, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I say, man, be good at it, hustle with patience, master your pace, stay in and out the way. Real brief though.
hmm hmm Yeah, yeah. Check out JD's at Real Brief Doe YouTube channel, man. He's starting to put content up on there. It's Real Brief DOE. Am I correct?
1000% real brief DOE for sure.
Okay, for sure. Stone, any final thoughts, man? You was cooking. Any
Hey,
final thoughts?
yeah, my bad, bro, but whoever that
No, you
super
good.
fly guy, you's a bitch. I'm not gonna comment on
uh,
that bullshit, bro. Weirdo.
yeah,
You's a weirdo. But
yeah.
anyways, man, yeah, Stone Cologne on all platforms, man. We pieced this one up today. It was a Freestyle Tuesday. We just got in here, talked about some things, but we'll be back next Tuesday for sure. Um, with some more interesting topics. Ladies, if y'all in the comments, tap in with us because we would love to have y'all on the
For
panel.
sure.
It'll be interesting to have y'all in here. But
hmm
yeah, Doc, I appreciate you for having me, bro. I hope you enjoy Jamaica.
Yeah,
Yes,
all right, man. It's my
sir.
last day here, man. We're gonna try to get something in before the week over if we can.
Oh wait! I
Since this
forgot
one.
to ask you. Were you able to get your candies over there, man? Did you
Oh,
take them with
oh,
you?
oh, yeah, that worked out, man. You know
Oh,
what
for sure, for
I'm
sure.
saying? Yeah. Shout out to the advice, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
we good. It been cooling out here though. I just been enjoying the just being around the family, kind of chilling out, turning everything off a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, nice place out here. I highly recommend, people get out here if they can. My first one with the fan band, so I was really excited about that, first of hopefully many, you know what I mean? But regardless, man, appreciate y'all, man. Suzette, I'm appreciate mom, do appreciate Suzette, retired troll, shout outs. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Oh, thanks, shout out.
fun for funnies. Appreciate you too for tapping in as
Oh
well, bro.
yeah,
That is.
yeah, fun for funnies. Yeah, that one too off the edge, man. It was some good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's plenty. There's some bunnies in Jamaica, man. Yeah. Yeah. All right, shout out to retired troll. Appreciate you putting JD channel in the chat. Tap into his before we log out. Hit them likes before I log out. Shout out to Mom Dukes too. Shout out to Mom Dukes. Shout out to Suzette, man. Y'all tap in. if y'all can, we always need the female point of view. So until next time, man, DOCKTV, thanks for supporting. We about to go eat, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. Go.
Yo.